Have you ever heard of a project so ambitious, so enormous, that it could redraw the geopolitical map of Asia? We're talking about a $100 billion venture that has the potential to shake the very foundations of global stability. This isn't science fiction. It's a massive infrastructure plan unfolding right now along one of the most sensitive borders in the world. Welcome, and today we're diving deep into India's monumental border project and exploring the question on everyone's mind. Could this really trigger a new global conflict? So, what is this colossal undertaking? Officially known as the Arunachal Frontier Highway, this project is a 2,000-kilometer-long road being blasted through the treacherous, mountainous terrain of India's northeastern state, Arunachal Pradesh. Imagine a highway stretching from Los Angeles to Seattle, but instead of flat plains, it's carved into the Himalayas, some of the most unforgiving landscapes on Earth. This isn't just about paving a new road. It's about connecting remote valleys, military outposts, and isolated communities that have been cut off for decades. It's a logistical marvel involving countless bridges, tunnels, and retaining walls, all built at altitudes where the air is thin and the weather is extreme. The sheer scale and cost, estimated at over $100 billion when you factor in all related infrastructure, make it one of the most audacious engineering projects of the 21st century. But this highway is more than just concrete and steel. It's a bold strategic statement. To understand why, we need to look at the map and a bit of history. Arunachal Pradesh, a state India considers an integral part of its territory, is claimed almost in its entirety by China, which calls it Xiongnan, or South Tibet. This dispute dates back to the early 20th century and the controversial McMahon Line, a border drawn by British India that China never recognized. This disagreement boiled over into a full-scale war in 1962, where India faced a significant setback. Ever since, the border, known as the Line of Actual Control or AC, has been a flashpoint of tension. For decades, India's policy in this region was, in a way, strategic neglect. The thinking was that a lack of roads and infrastructure would make it difficult for any invading force to push deeper into Indian territory. If they couldn't move their troops and supplies easily, their advance would stall. But in recent years, that thinking has been completely flipped on its head. Why the dramatic change? Well, look across the border. China has been on an infrastructure building spree in Tibet for years. They've constructed a massive network of all-weather roads, railway lines, and air bases right up to the LAC. This gives their military the ability to mobilize and deploy troops to the front line with incredible speed. Indian military planners saw this and realized their old strategy was no longer viable. In a modern conflict, the side that can move its forces faster has a decisive advantage. The lack of infrastructure was no longer a defensive buffer. It had become a critical vulnerability. If a conflict were to break out, Indian soldiers would be struggling to reach the front lines on foot or through dilapidated tracks, while their counterparts could arrive reinforced and well-supplied via superhighways. This realization sparked a paradigm shift in New Delhi. The new doctrine is strategic development. The Arunachal Frontier Highway is the centerpiece of this new strategy. Its primary purpose is to enable the rapid movement of Indian troops, tanks, artillery, and supplies directly to the border areas. It's about leveling the playing field and ensuring that India can respond to any aggression swiftly and effectively. The project is designed to connect a series of vital military valleys and forward-basing locations. Think of it as a strategic artery. It will allow India to reinforce any sector of the border that comes under pressure, move logistics seamlessly, and sustain its troops for extended periods. Beyond just the main highway, a network of smaller feeder roads is also being built, creating a web of connectivity that will give the Indian Army unprecedented mobility in a region where geography has always been the biggest challenge. The highway is also being built to specifications that can handle heavy military equipment, including main battle tanks and missile launchers. This isn't just a road for civilian cars. It's a military superhighway in the Himalayas. Now, how does a road, even a very big one, lead to talk of World War III? The answer lies in the concept of escalation. When one country makes a significant strategic move, its rival often feels compelled to respond in kind, leading to a dangerous spiral. From Beijing's perspective, India's highway project is not a defensive measure. They see it as an aggressive move to cement India's claim over a territory they believe is theirs. They view it as a direct challenge to their regional ambitions and a militarization of the border dispute. China has already lodged strong diplomatic protests, calling the project a threat to peace and stability. The fear is that this infrastructure race could easily spill over into something more dangerous. A small misunderstanding, a patrol that strays across the perceived line, or a confrontation between construction crews could quickly escalate. With both sides having massive military forces, advanced weaponry, and robust infrastructure to support them, a small skirmish could turn into a major battle. And this is where the World War III scenario, while extreme, enters the conversation. India and China are not just regional players. They are nuclear-armed global powers. A direct conflict between them would have catastrophic consequences that would ripple across the entire world. Furthermore, these two nations are not acting in a vacuum. India is a key member of the Quad, a strategic security dialogue that also includes the United States. Japan and Australia, a group largely seen as a counterbalance to China's influence. The United States has officially recognized Arunachal Pradesh as Indian territory and would likely support India diplomatically, and perhaps even materially in a conflict. On the other side, China has a close no-limits partnership with Russia and strong ties with Pakistan, India's other major rival. A conflict on the India-China border could potentially draw in these other global powers, transforming a regional dispute into a multi-front global confrontation. The economic fallout alone would be devastating. The global supply chains that run through Asia would be shattered, leading to a worldwide economic crisis far worse than anything we've seen recently. So is war inevitable? Not necessarily. While the situation is tense, both India and China are also deeply integrated into the global economy. A full-scale war would be disastrous for their own economic ambitions. For decades, they have managed this dispute through a complex mix of confrontation and cooperation. There are diplomatic channels and military hotlines in place designed to de-escalate tensions. The hope is that these mechanisms will hold. However, the Arunachal Frontier Highway fundamentally changes the strategic calculus. It signals that India is no longer willing to be on the back foot. It's a declaration of intent, a line drawn not on a map, but with asphalt and concrete across the highest mountains on Earth. This project is a high-stakes gamble. For India, it's a necessary step for national security and development, connecting a long-neglected region to the rest of the country. For China, it's a provocation that challenges its territorial claims and regional dominance. The world watches, hoping that this road leads to prosperity and security for the people of Arunachal Pradesh, rather than paving the way for a devastating conflict. The future of Asia and perhaps the world could very well be shaped by the developments along this remote Himalayan highway. What do you think? Is this a necessary defense project or a reckless provocation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this deep dive interesting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.